so controllable. It's so good. You might have seen the video where we went in and we tried this thing out. The Peel Trident, what I dubbed as the Forza Horizon 4 Submarine. That was one of the 2 cars that recently came in the Forza Horizon 4 Season Pass. Anyways, I wanted to try the other car that came in that car pass. Brad DeBerdy's Chevy Silverado drift truck. It is a dedicated drift truck with, I believe, over 1,000 horsepower. So we gotta go grab that, see what it's like to drive stock, maybe do some upgrades, maybe take it online, we'll have to see. Alright, everybody in Twitch chat is telling me that this V8 sounds like a V6. It has 1,005 horsepower, weighs 3,500 pounds, rear-wheel drive, front engine. I think we need it in Brad DeBerdy's paint job, too. Like, this thing's freaking cool. Tendy says it's literally a copy-paste of the Ford Raptor's engine sound. What? Yo, look at the fans spinning on the back. Whoa. Whoa, it spins up its back wheels. Holy crap. Whoa, second gear. It's like, it's almost like there's turbos on this thing with the way it shoots you. It's like nothing, nothing, nothing. Cannon, boom. Hold on. Let's do a little science experiment with this thing. Let's do a little sound test. This is what Brad DeBerdy's V8 powered drift truck sounds like, and then we'll jump in the Ford Raptor and see what that sounds like, because apparently they're exactly the same. All right, we got that. It's a little different, huh? They do sound pretty similar, though. Tendy's like, it still sounds like a V6 and I don't like it. So, anyways, let's give this thing a little drive. So, bear with me as well. I don't know why Forza decided to drop the drift truck in the middle of the winter. Like, it's not the opportune time for drifting, that's for sure. So, yeah, if you see some not so great drifting, I'm gonna blame it on the weather. Nothing to do with my skill whatsoever. It looks so dope, though. I really like the paint job on this thing. With the American flag and, like, the active camo on the back, or, like, the digital camo, it looks really cool. So, let's go to this drift zone. This is the drift zone that we sort of have like a bunch of benchmark drift scores on, so we know like what's good and what's bad. Keep in mind this is rear wheel drive and completely bone stock. Don't expect it to beat things like the Dodge Viper or the Hoonigan cars or stuff like that, just because of the way it is for right now. But we can always swap all wheel drive on and see what happens, but we'll give it a go. See what we got. I mean, it definitely spins up its wheels real nice. It actually likes drifting in second and third gear. By the looks of it, in third, it's so stable. It's just like, okay, yeah, pick your angle. Okay, yes, sir. 90,000 points, though, on our first attempt. Attempt 2 for the drift truck. In you go. Trying different things. I'm trying to be more aggressive. Get it up to third earlier. It's got enough power to swing it around. It's actually weird driving this thing because it has 1,000 horsepower and it only weighs 3,500 pounds, but it feels heavier in the game. It's a little weird. 97,000 points. That's pretty good. So I feel like we should go and do a race with this thing because, well, why not? I'm not going to use this so much as a race. I want to use this more as drifting in the summer because it's a drift truck and you should be driving it in the summer. So there we go. Let's smoke it up. Nope. Smoke it up. Yep. Smoke it up, and let's go. There we go. So, crazy Chevy Silverado. We're going to want to push this thing, smoke it up real good. There you go. This is what I'm saying, though. It is super stable. Like, it just goes. That's incredible. I mean, other than the sound being wrong for this thing is really cool to drive. I don't think we have anything that's really too similar to this. I mean, we've obviously got the Huni truck, but I mean, that's sort of like its own thing. It's all-wheel drive. It's very different. This is a proper drift truck. The other thing, too, is that, like, it's got 1,000 horsepower, but it's not undrivable. Like, I find you don't get that very often. Usually when you toss that much horsepower in a car, you're just gonna be spinning your wheels the entire time, and you don't have that with this thing. It's like, if I want to, it's like, okay, stop drifting. Done. No problem. It's like, this thing is dope. I mean, sure, going into the corners and stuff, it wants to step out. But overall, it's so cool. It's so controllable. It's so good. It's so grippy. I like this car. Who would have expected a Chevy Silverado with 1,000 horsepower to be, one, an amazing drift car, and two, a crazy race car if you try to drive it properly. I want to go do some upgrades though, because I feel like this thing, possibly, with all-wheel drive, could maybe knock down some things. Who knows? What can you do to a 1,000 horsepower Chevy? Well, conversion. We can't engine swap the thing, but we can swap on all-wheel drive, which, I'm sorry if you're hardcore about your drifting, but I want points, so we'll do that. I assume we're already on, like, a drift tire compound, sorta, kinda. We are gonna be all-wheel drive, and we will be upping the horsepower, at least I hope so. Oh my god, it's low. That's like an inch off the ground. We can get some better brakes. Okay. We can do some weight reduction. I'm just gonna say, have you seen the interior? What are you removing from the interior to remove 350 pounds? And we can, okay, not many engine mods, but we can supercharge, which gives it an extra almost 400 horsepower. Whoa, we're actually not running as much camber as I was expecting in the front. We are slammed all the way down, 2.2 inches. So, again, this isn't gonna be a race. This is going to be, let the AI run away, and I'm gonna practice drifting for a bit. Now with almost 1,400 horsepower and all-wheel drive, this thing is gonna be a points beast when it comes to the drift zone. I will be honest, as soon as this video is done, I'm going right away and putting this back to rear-wheel drive, regardless of how good and like how many points this thing gets. I saw that, buddy. You missed a checkpoint. You suck. It's honestly really fun to drive. Even with it being all-wheel drive, it's still super satisfying. It makes it much easier to drive, so if you're not a great drifter, I mean, feel free to give the all-wheel drive one a go, but it's not bad for sure. So I will say that is my warm-up for the all-wheel cross finish line backwards. That's gonna be my warm-up for the drift truck with all-wheel drive. I want to put this head-to-head with the Huni truck. I'm gonna make this completely bone stock. The Huni truck is gonna be completely bone stock, and we'll see which one gets more points. 1,000 horsepower, 900 foot-pounds of torque, rear-wheel drive. Okay, the Huni truck, 900 horsepower, it's less horsepower, 700 foot-pounds of torque, less torque, but it is all-wheel drive. Hey, it's fire! So yeah, this is gonna be Ken Block versus Brad DeBerti. So DJ says, how about you guys use the coast side drift zone, your other favorite spot near the castle? Yo, they actually look pretty, I mean, they're both pickup trucks, obviously. But they're both styled pretty similarly, honestly. So yeah, again, this is in the middle of the winter, so bear with us. Yeah, this is probably gonna be really, really annoying in the middle of the winter, but I know we're gonna just have to deal with it. It's Forza's fault for giving us drift cars in the winter. Blame them. Go. Oh, fire's gonna be picking up so much more angle. The gears on this truck are not built for exactly this. 86,000. First go. That's not terrible. DJ says he just nailed 120,000 points in his stock Chevy, so have fun. And go! Don't go wide. Yes! Just casually drifting a drift truck with no windows, I must add, in the middle of the winter. It does look pretty dope. Oh, that was a good run through there. This is the best run we've had. 92, 100K, 110, 112,000? What? in a rear-wheel drive truck. All right, let me give the drift truck a go. The other drift truck a go. I haven't driven this thing since probably that video we made about it a little while ago. All right, yeah, it's a little harder to drive than I remember. Let's not try to crash this time. Oh, I'm off the road again. Okay, what the hell is going on? How the hell are we having so much trouble driving this? All right, I just sort of want to watch DJ as he tries to drift. So for reference, DJ said, without really trying, he was able to get 120K in Brad DeBerdy's truck. We'll see what he's able to get in this thing. But even with DJ driving, it looks like he's having trouble with grip. It's like, I don't know, it looks like it's too grippy. Looks like he's having to force it to drift, which I feel like you shouldn't need to do. DJ says he got 87K with a mess up. All right, here we go. Now there's no traffic in DJ's way. Let's see what he can do. See, he's still running into like lines and grip issues. That's what I was running into with that thing. It's like, it's got 900 horsepower, which is a lot of horsepower, but I don't know, it just didn't want to drive as cleanly for me. DJ says he got 94K on that run compared to his 120K run that he did in Brad DeBerdy's truck. So at least we're not the only ones who are struggling with that thing. Which one's the ultimate drift truck? I mean, I know which one I would take. Maybe a little bit of it is up to personal preference, but they're both pretty cool.